Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Very good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Right. Now we have successfully completed our DML operations with atomic and non-atomic. Before we start the new concept, do you have any doubts in that? ఉన్నాయా ఎవరికైనా డౌట్స్ చెప్పండి. Hello. Anyone is having doubts on that? Chaitanya, David, Deepak, Divakar, Khader Basha, Eunice, Mahesh, Nareen, Tosi, Pravalika, Ramya, Shamal, Vanushi. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ స్వామి?
సార్ ఇంకా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయలేదు సార్, కొన్ని పెండింగ్ ఉన్నాయి. ప్రస్తుతానికి ఏం లేవు సార్.
ప్రస్తుతానికైతే ఏం నరేన్ మీకు నరేన్ ఉన్నారా లేరా?
ఉన్నాను సార్.
డౌట్స్
డౌట్ లేవు సార్. అంటే 2 క్లాసెస్ అటెండ్ ఇంకా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయలేదు. అది
మొన్న క్లియర్ అయిపోయిందా నరేన్?
అది ఒకసారి సీక్వెల్ అది ఇంకా అంత ముందుకు రాలేదు సార్. నార్మల్ చేస్తాను. ఈ రోజు రేపు ఖచ్చితంగా చేస్తాను కంప్లీట్.
వెరీ సింపుల్ అది. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
వెరీ సింపుల్. ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి. అసలు ఫార్మాట్ అలా మీరు చెప్పేదానికి వెరీ సింపుల్, చాలా సింపుల్. అది ఆల్రెడీ మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారు కానీ అందరూ. ఒక ఫార్మాట్ చెప్పండి. అసలు ఎలా ఆలోచిస్తారు? మీకు ఏంటి డిలీట్ అయిన రికార్డ్ అన్ని కూడా అదేనా? అదే మీరు అడిగింది?
అవును సార్.
Delete and records and all the records which are deleted, I want those record IDs. అంతేనా?
అవును సార్.
ఓకేనా?
అవునండి.
ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం? రికార్డ్ ఐడీస్ అన్నారు అంటే సింగిల్ రికార్డ్ కాదు, ఒక బొమ్మ మీద. Look at this. We'll draw a diagram there. We have the record IDs which you deleted. Assume it is a, see that records are there here. Here the records are there. అనుకోండి సార్. Okay, మన టేబుల్ నుంచి we are going to delete the records from our table. Okay, from our table we are going to delete the records to recycle కదా. ఇప్పుడు మనకేంటి delete and records ఇక్కడ స్టోర్ అయ్యి ఉంటే మనకు తెలుసు, అంతేనా? ఇస్ రైట్ ఆర్ నాట్? ఓకే, అంటే ఇక్కడ రికార్డ్ ఐడీస్ ఉన్నాయి. దోస్ రికార్డ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ డిలీటెడ్ అంటే డిలీట్ అయిందని ఒక కన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలి. వీ నీడ్ టు గెట్ సమ్ కన్ఫర్మేషన్ దట్ ద రికార్డ్స్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ డిలీటెడ్ దేర్. ఓకే, ఒక కన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలి. సో వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ కన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇన్ ద క్వరీ? ఎవరైనా గెస్ చేయగలరా? చూడండి, సింపుల్. సెలెక్ట్ ఐడి కామా, ఓకే, ID is enough. Deletion purpose we are good is whole ID there enough, right?
Okay.
Select ID from account. Okay. Okay, and we need to do one thing there here in this. We need to give it here. We need to take one field also there. If you want, you can take it here. That's your wish. Is deleted is the field there. Okay. Select ID comma is deleted from account. Okay, na? And work okay. But we need to provide one where class there. Okay, select ID comma is deleted from account where if this is deleted equals to true. Ante meaning enti? If this deleted equals to true ante enti meaning cheppandi? Is deleted అనేది ఒక ఫీల్డ్ అండి. అది కనుక ట్రూ అయితే అంటే ఏంటి? నిజంగా డిలీట్ అయితే
this will be in a dustbin.
Yes, all those I want here this. అంతే లాజిక్, ఇంకేం లేదు. ఆల్రెడీ ఇది సేమ్, ఆల్రెడీ నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను.
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, one thing you have to remember there while implementing this one there. These are the list of IDs, right?
Yes.
If they are the list of IDs, those list of IDs I'm going to store in a variable there. ఎలా తీసుకోవచ్చు మనం లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ అని?
Yes.
Okay, in this variable we are going to store the records which you deleted there, which are deleted already. those all the record IDs I'm going to store in the LST accounts. LST accounts belongs to which one? What is that?
List
of, is it account or not?
account, yeah.
మరి ఇట్లా ఇస్తే మరి మనం ఎలా మనకి ప్రతి రికార్డు చూపిస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ క్వరీ నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తాను. ఓకే, ఇదే క్వరీ నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తాను. చూడండి, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్ క్వరీ. లుక్ అట్ దట్. కొంచెం ఒక ఫార్మాట్, ఒక ఐడియా, మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అనేది ఒక ఐడియా థింక్ చేయాలి. సింపుల్ గా థింక్ చేయాలి. సింపుల్ గా థింక్ చేయడం అంటే ఈజీ, ఫస్ట్ ఈజీ వేలో థింక్ చేసుకోవాలి. అసలు ఏం జరుగుతుంది, రికార్డ్స్ ఇక్కడ డిలీట్ చేసాము, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి, అక్కడి నుంచి ఆ రికార్డ్ ఐడీస్ మనం తీసుకురావాలంటే అవి నిజంగా డిలీట్ అయినా లేదా, డిలీట్ అయితేనే ఆ రికార్డ్ కావాలి. ఈ విధంగా థింక్ చేయాలంటే ద రికార్డ్స్ ఆర్ డిలీటెడ్ ఆర్ నాట్, డిలీటెడ్ ఆర్ నాట్, we need to get the confirmation. So that query you have to write it here, and those all the records we are going to fetch and we are going to store in a variable. That variable must belongs to some data type. ఇది జరిగేది అంతేనా? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తానంటే డీబగ్ తీసుకుని దీనిలో మనం చేసుకున్న క్వరీనే ఉంటుంది ఒకవేళ, రైట్? సో ఒకసారి look at here, this I am going to use this query there. If I try to implement this query there, right, and by writing here this system dot debug and implement this, దానిలో ఈ ls statements రాస్తాను. I'm going to execute this one. Okay, మీకు రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది కానీ బట్ you are going to face some issue there. Issue అంటే in the sense here, చూడండి, it is deleted. Are you getting it or not?
Yeah.
It is deleted. Are you getting it or not? It is deleted. Delete కు true నేనా ఇది?
Yeah.
ఇది deleted true నే కదా? నాకు ఇట్లా వద్దు. I want to see every ID, every record which is deleted in a separate row. ఈ ఐడి ఉంది కదా, ఇది ఒక రోలో కావాలన్నా. ఓకే, ఈ ఐడి ఉంది కదా ఒక రోలో కావాలన్నా, ఈ ఐడి ఉంది కదా ఒక రోలో కావాలి. నా క్లయింట్ ఏం అడిగాడు నన్ను, మై క్లయింట్ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్ మీ టు షో ఎవ్రీ రికార్డ్ ఇన్ సింగిల్ రో. ఓకే, at that moment what should I do here? Don't use this one directly here. Just you can use for the for loop there.
Yes sir.
For loop ఎలా యూస్ చేయాలి? ఈ LST accounts, all the LST accounts I'm going to copy into some
Variable.
ls. Okay, some ls is nothing but the account.
Yes.
Now here I can write it here, system dot, okay, debug ls. I'm going to use it here.
Yes sir.
ls and use. Okay, na? Those records నాకు ఇంకా ఇంకోటి ఉంది. If I don't want to use this one, is deleted, you can leave it. Okay, because that also we are going to get here, is deleted also we are going to get. If I execute this one there, execute it here, this you are going to get the is deleted also there. Select id come is deleted. Look at that. Are you getting the is deleted or not?
Yeah.
Yes sir.
I don't want those things there. I don't want is deleted equals to there. At that moment what should I do here? Sorry,
Remove that
here, this, and execute here, this. Okay, think చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. Are you getting or not?
Yes sir.
ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ రాసుకోండి, సిస్టమ్ డాట్ డీబగ్. ఎక్కడ రాస్తారు స్టేట్మెంట్? ఇక్కడ రాసుకోండి. ఏమని రాస్తారు? సిస్టమ్ డాట్, ఓకే,
debug
deleted
deleted
IDs or, ఓకే, ఆర్ అని పెట్టుకోండి. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసుకోండి. సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఓకేనా? అదేందా? అంతే. సరే, we need to go with the new concept called, or the new concept, constructors. Put heading constructors there here. ఇది ఇక్కడ అవసరం లేదు, మీకు పంపిస్తాను, తీసుకోండి. Put heading constructors. What is a constructor, man? Construct is a special method, man. Construct is a special method. We know the class, we know the method, right? Where construct is a special method, where the class name and the method name will be the same. Are you getting? Construct is a special method. Look at that. In this class we have taken, this is the class name and separately, okay, separately, where is the method name? This is the method we are taking here. This one and this one both are not same, but in the constructor, what happened? The class name and the method name will be the same. Are you getting what I'm saying or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we are not going to use the written type of the constructor. No written type of the constructor. That's another thing there. Why we are using this? Why we are using this constructor there? Okay. See, man, I'm going to write one class there here. This public class, my class. Okay, and I'm going to initialize I'm going to define some data type goes there, like public. Okay, integer. I'm going to initialize the number, right? So this is the variable there. It is a data type. I'm going to use it here. Okay, and I'm going to use the constructor. I said the method name and the class name will be the same. Method name and the class name will be the same. Public. Okay, this is the constructor. We are going to use it here. Okay, class name, method name, and we are not going to use any written type there here in this one. It is a constructor. See that class name and the method name will be the same. Why we are using this constructor means that you initialized already, that you defined already a data type there. Is that or not? Define this record.
Yes, sir.
These are data members there. That you want to initialize these data members inside this method. Okay. For example, I no need to locally no need to initialize the data type there. If I use the number request, I can write here 120. Okay, am I used that data type data member which is already initialized in the class into the constructor or not?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For that purpose, we are going to use the constructor. Okay, we try to understand there. Construction will be always invoked only once there. Mean that too at the time of creating an object, it will be invoked there only one time. The constructor there. Okay. That is the meaning of the constructor. This session sorry. Are you getting or not? That's the meaning of the constructor. Construct is nothing but it is a special type of method we are going to use it. And I said here there that you want to initialize the data members of the class. Okay, and there we are going to use this constructor there, and no written type of the constructor we are going to use it here. Okay, and try to understand the last point I said already just before. Constructor will be invoked only once there. That too at the time of creating an object. Okay, we are going to use this constructor there. That is the meaning of constructor. We are going to use it. There are the types of constructors are available in Salesforce. Types of constructors are there. What are the types of constructor? First will be default constructor. Second thing will be, what is that? Non-parameterized constructor. Spelling and notice constructor. And the third thing is parameterized constructor we are going to use. These are the three types of constructors we are going to use. Okay, man. What is default constructor? Nothing is there. Okay, default constructor means man, you can take any Apex class actually. Okay, you can take any Apex class. If that Apex class doesn't contain any constructor, okay, if that Apex class doesn't contain any constructor, if it is not having any constructor, if that Apex class doesn't contain any constructor, then Salesforce compiler, or we can say Apex compiler in Salesforce, okay, by default will create a dummy constructor. Itself, it will create a dummy constructor that we cannot see. Are you getting or not? Okay. On the name of the class. On the name of the class, compiler will create a dummy constructor there. Yes. When it is going to create here there, on the name of the class, it is going to create good. When it is going to create here is when we create an object for the class, at the time of creating an object for the class, okay, Apex compiler will create a dummy constructor for that class.
సార్ ఒక చిన్న డౌట్ సార్. మై క్లాస్ అనేది కన్‌స్ట్రక్టరా? లేకపోతే మై క్లాస్ అనేది కన్‌స్ట్రక్టరా ఇక్కడ?
ఇది క్లాస్ కదండి, ఇది కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అండి. కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ కూడా మెథడే. ఓకే, కాకపోతే ఇక్కడ రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఏమి ఇవ్వట్లేదు. నార్మల్ గా క్లాస్ ఏమి ఇస్తాం, పబ్లిక్ వాయిడ్ సమ్ మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఇస్తాం, లేకపోతే పబ్లిక్ రిటర్న్ టైప్ సమ్ మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఇస్తాం కదా. ఓకేనా, ఇక్కడ రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఏదో ఒకటి పెడతా ఉంటాం, లేకపోతే వాయిడ్ అని పెడతా ఉంటాం, లేకపోతే రిటర్న్ టైప్ పెడతా ఉంటాం. అలా కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఉండదు. ఇది క్లాస్ నేమ్, ఇది
ఓకే.
మెథడ్ నేమ్. మెథడ్ అంటే కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ నేమ్. ఈ రెండు ఒకలాగానే ఉంటాయి, చూడండి ఉన్నాయా లేవా?
అవునవును. సేమ్ నేమ్ ఉన్నాయి.
అది అన్నమాట, అది కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అంటే. ఎందుకు ఉపయోగిస్తామంటే మనం క్లాస్ లోపల ఏదైతే డేటా మెంబర్స్ ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేస్తున్నామో వాటిని వాడుకోవడానికి కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. డైరెక్ట్ గా ఈ డేటా మెంబర్స్ ని డైరెక్ట్ గా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ లో. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ లోకల్ గా మనం ఏమి ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేయవలసిన డేటా టైప్స్. ఓకే,
ఓకే. ఓకే.
that's why I said already constructors can be used that you want to initialize the data members of the class there. We are going to use it here. This is the class, public class, my class. A class చెప్పాను కదా మీకు ఆల్రెడీ, ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోండి క్లాస్ గురించి. రైట్, క్లాస్ మెథడ్ గురించి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇచ్చాను కదా, చూడండి ఒకసారి. క్లాస్, I'm going to use it here. Look at that here. This is the constructor. So one more time I'm repeating the default constructor here. What's the default constructor? Anyone can explain it?
Default constructor.
What is the meaning of the default constructor? What I said?
It is, I mean, when the object is created, it automatically created by the compiler.
No. First thing is, if that apex class is not having any constructor,
Yeah.
if that is not having any constructor, what the apex compiler will do? By default, will create a dummy constructor there on the name of the same class.
Yes.
When it's going to create, when you create an object for that class, at that moment, apex compiler, okay, at that moment, apex compiler will create a dummy
Default
constructor.
constructor. Yes.
Okay, at that moment it will create a dummy constructor there. That's the meaning of, we are going to use it here. This. Hello. Are you getting? That is the meaning of it. So we are going to use it. Okay, and if you want, you can write it here. Anything. We got this default constructor. If you can say, you can take any apex there. If any apex class, if it is not having, or we can say that if it doesn't have it here, right? Doesn't have any constructor there is. Any constructor, if it doesn't have any constructor, okay, then what happened there? Not here this, you can put, then what will do? Apex compiler
will create
yes
dummy constructor at the time of object creation.
Will create default. By default it will create by default it will create a default apex compiler. By default will create a dummy constructor. Apex compiler, you can use this word, not here this. By default create a dummy constructor there. Here dummy constructor. Are you getting? On the name of what? On the name of
Object creation.
On the name of class kada.
Yes.
Apex class.
The name of class it will create there here. And when we create here this, when we create an object for the
class
there. Are you getting? For example, okay, చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. I'm going to use it here. Public class name is, for example is a class name. Is the class. It's a class there here. This class is not having any constructor there. Okay, this class is not having any constructor there. Okay, and I'm trying to execute this class with the creating an object here. I'm creating an object. Ela create just an object anything.
Example.
For example b equals to
new example.
Object create just. Okay, We have created the object. At the time of creating this object, okay, Apex compiler will create a dummy constructor like this. Ela public, okay, is a constructor there here.
Example.
Example, okay, like this it will create a dummy constructor there. Are you getting? It is a dummy constructor there. Yes. Sorry. Dummy constructor built in here. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
By default constructor instance. Now, in the above example, what you understand there? Apex doesn't have any constructor there. So that we create an object for the class there, then the Apex compiler will create a default constructor. That's the dummy constructor. You'll go for the parameterized constructors. That means if we pass, when you go for non-parameters constructor, if you are not going to pass any parameters in the constructor, usually constructor contains the parameters. When you're writing the class there, inside the constructor is the method generally that's also method there. Inside the method we are going to pass the parameters that everyone knows there, right? Here inside this constructor we are going to pass the parameter. If you are not passing the parameters there, those will come under the non-parameters constructors, right? Let me go for writing one example there. Here you can understand. Write down one single line there. It is a constructor. It is a constructor that doesn't have, okay, you can say that doesn't have
Parameters.
any parameter there, right? Any parameter there is. Now you can see that. Look at here this. We'll go for creating a simple class. File, new. I'm going to use it here this Apex class. Can you find it? Okay, one more time. File, new, Apex class. Right? That's the class. Class will be like I'm going to use it here. Example is the class. Right to understand. Example is the class. Class example. I'm going to initialize the data types there. Code very simple. Preferences. You can increase the font size area. 19. Look at his public class example there. Initialize one data type there. For example, integer. I'm going to take the roll number there. Okay, I'm going to take the roll number there. And one more thing. The string, I'm going to use it here. Like name, I'm going to use it. Okay, and I'm going to use a constructor there. Constructor will be, tell me, public
example.
Okay, a public example is the constructor. We're going to use it. Okay, in this, we can take, we are going to initialize the data types of the class there here. Now I'm going to take the roll number equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And name equals to, what's the name you can provide there? Name equals to, for example, 7. Okay, look at that. Name equals to 7. Here, can you find this constructor here or not?
Yes, sir.
Here, usually we are going to pass the parameters there here.
It is a
Usually.
non-parameter.
Yes, we are not passing the parameter. If we are not passing the parameter, this will come under the non-parameters, right? Now we can see, noted here this. Let me go for writing one more method there. Public void. Void, for example, show is the method there here. So one method. Method name is your wish. Anything you can write here. I'm writing that system dot debug. Name is like for the name, tell me. Name variable, are going to use it here. Next. See that system dot debug. I'm going to use it here. Some roll number. Roll number is, what's the roll number? We can use it here. This.
Roll number.
First roll number.
Yes, yes. But you try to understand. See that values are assigned in the constructor. Is right or not?
Yes, sir.
Those values are going to get through another method. Initialization is happened in the class globally, but assignment is happened in the locally there inside the constructor. But this one we are going to display by another method there. Try to understand. Here we are not passing any parameters there. Here we are not passing any parameters. Let me go for executing this. Okay, how to execute this example. Okay, I'm going to take it as E equals to new example.
E
What
dot.
okay. Then
Hmm.
now E dot. What is the method name? Method parent.
Show.
Show.
Show the method. Yes. We cannot write it for the constructor there here, right? Copy it and make it here. Yes. Okay, execute it. Already we saved this class. Oh. Look at that, man. Debug only. Are you getting names, 7 and roll numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is nothing but the non-parameterized constructor. Control here. You can paste it. Okay, and to execute. This constructor. Parameters constructor means if you are going to pass the parameters here inside the constructor. Okay, that is nothing but the parameters. Parameter means it is a constructor. It is a constructor, and that has parameters. Okay, let me take the same example there. You don't need to change the example. Here is. Let me take the same example. I'm going to pass the parameters there. See that? For this roll number, one parameter I'm going to pass it. For the name also, I'm going to pass one parameter there. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేసింది ఓకే, కానీ వీటిలో వాల్యూస్ బయట నుంచి ఇస్తాను అంటే పారామీటర్స్ పాస్ చేసి ఇస్తాను అని అర్థం. దట్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ద వాల్యూస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద పారామీటర్స్ దేర్ టు దిస్ రోల్ నెంబర్ యాజ్ వెల్ as the name. Okay, from here I'm going to give some values to this roll number, and from here I'm going to give some values to name. That is the meaning. Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to take the this one is not needed there. You can leave it here. This one is also not needed there here, because for this roll number name I'm going to pass through the parameters there. I'm going to use the data like this here, like integer x. I'm going to take it here. This integer x I'm going to use it here. Another thing, the string, what again is there? String will like my name I'm going to use it here. Okay, so for this roll number, what is the value I'm going to pass there?
X.
X I'm going to pass it here. For the name, what I'm going to pass it here?
My name.
My name.
Okay, when you're executing for this x and the my name, I should pass the parameter there. Those parameters will come to this roll number and the name. Okay, na? Understand or not?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, now we can go for executing this. How we are going to pass these parameters to this roll number and this parameters to this name. We are going to see it here. This and go to the debug here. See this for this x. For this x, okay, I'm going to pass some value there, parameter there. Parameter will be like 310. That is for x. I'm going to pass it here. That will be given to
Roll number.
roll number there, right? And for my name here, my name, I'm going to pass another value there. That's a string. String will be like we can say Rajesh. That will be given to my name. Will be given to name there. Are you getting? Can I execute now?
Yes, sir.
Right? See that other values are not given here. This I'm going to save it here. This and I'm going to click on the execute button. Look at that. Debug one. Look at that. Are you getting? The parameters are passed or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is the meaning of the parameterized constructor. But we have some another thing is there in this one there. Okay, constructors are actually overloaded. Overloaded means I will come to this point. Let me give this value there. Give this program and to execute. Take this debug. Okay, man. See, man. Generally, up to now, you might have observed there inside this class, we have only one constructor, right? Okay, another constructor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In a class, we have only single constructor is there. No, not like that here. If a class can have more than one constructor with the different parameters, are you getting? If a class is having more than one constructor with the different parameters there, then that is to be called as a overloading constructor. Overloading
Constructor.
constructor. We can write it here. Overloading constructors. Okay. You can write one sentence with your own, right? If class is having more than one constructor with the
Different parameters.
different parameters there, then that is to be called as a overloading constructor. Then, okay, that is called as overloading constructor. Okay, that's the meaning of it. Means, let me go for it. Yes, means the class should have more number of constructors there. This one is one constructor. Based on the same name, I'm going to take another constructor. Based on the same name, I'm going to take another constructor. Like this, number of constructors are going to take in a single class there. We don't need to change that program again here. We can see this. I have one constructor there here. Now see that roll number is there and the name is there as it is that we have there here. Come to the first constructor here is what I'm going to do in this constructor there. I don't want these parameters there here. You can remove these parameters usually there. Okay. I don't want these parameters there here and remove it here. And for this, I'm going to assign a value called 1, 2, 3. And the name equals to I'm going to provide here this like what is the name I'm going to provide there here? And Kiran. Okay. Kiran, I'm going to provide there here. Okay, I'm not passing any parameters, right? Here, the normal constructor we have taken there. Okay, man. And I'm going to take the one more constructor there. Here is based on the same name. Okay, here I'm going to pass a single parameter there. What a single parameter? Integer x. Can I take it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, integer x. This x equals to I'm going to take this x there. I'm going to pass the parameter here. Those are not needed because name will comes under the null. Okay, are you getting? Here is a single parameter. It is a no parameters. Here single parameter there. I'm going to take one more constructor there. I'm going to take one more constructor. I'm going to pass the two parameters there. Integer x, and the next is string
Y.
My name.
Okay, here I can take that name equals to my name there. Are you getting or not? Would you understand? Same name, are you going to see the same name or not? Constructors.
Yes, sir.
But with the different parameters, I'm going to use it here. Here parameter where parameter where here the parameter may be different here, and here the parameter may be different there. Are you getting or not? Okay, here మనం 100 ఇవ్వచ్చు, ఇక్కడ 200 ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఏమంటారు? Are you sure?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to pass the different parameters there here. Let me go for execute in the same. Method will be the same there here. You don't worry there, right? Let me go for execute in this. Go for debug. First thing is I'm going to create an object for the class there. Okay, new example. For this already, I'm not going to pass any parameters in the first constructor here. Hence, and directly execute just if I execute here this, am I going to get the result or not?
Yes, sir.
What is the result we are going to get?
Kiran 1, 2, 3.
Yes, exactly. You're going to get the same thing there. Go for this. Kiran 1, 2, 3. Keep this aside here. This. Open one more time there. Here is. Okay. A single parameter you're going to pass it here. This right. Let me go for creating one more object there. Here is for this. What is the object name here?
E1.
E1. And I'm going to take it here. E1 dot.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Show is the method. I'm going to use it here. That's okay. Good. But single parameter we need to pass it here. This. Okay. Pass a single parameter there. Can I pass a single parameter here or not?
Yes, sir.
Parameter will be like 200. I'm going to pass it here. Here 1, 2, 3, and the single parameter is 200. Okay. But you are going to execute here, man. Roll number, name also there. Are you going to get the name as a null or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, name as null, you're going to get here. Look at that. Go to the debug. Say name is null and the roll number is 200 there. Now let me go for passing multiple parameters. We have already there here. Look at that. Then the third constructor we have the integer x and string name is there here. I'm going to create one more object for this. Okay, that is to be called e2. I'm going to say it here is e2 dot
Sure.
so is the method I'm going to use it here. There I'm going to pass the different parameters for this integer x. I'm going to say parameters as a 400 there. And another parameter is there here. What is the parameter?
Name.
Ramesh.
Okay, I'm going to use it here, Rahul. Can I use it or not?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, see this one. Now I'm going to execute here again there. See that? Okay, you can use it. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, name is this one. That is nothing but the constructor. What you can say?
Overloading
Overloaded.
with different parameters. Same
Yes.
same parameter to cheyocha, sir. I mean
Same
multiple
parameter తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఎందుకు ఇవ్వకూడదు?
Okay.
Right. Now you can see it here to execute it. Suppose I have executed like this actually there. I want to execute like this. నాకు ఈ రెండే కావాలంటే ఎలా ఏం చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు? ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వాలంటే ఈ రెండింటిని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి.
చెప్పండి సార్.
ఈ రెండింటిని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి నేను. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి?
Highlighted. Execute highlighted.
Execute highlighted. We need to go there. Okay. Okay. గుర్తుందా లేదా అని అడిగిన అంతే, ఇంకేం లేదు.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. We need to go with that. Execute highlighted. Okay. హ్యాపీగా కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ మనకి చేసుకున్నారండి. Okay. We have another important two concepts are there here in this one. Like the two concepts are there. Like one is inheritance. Another is polymorphism is there here that we will discuss. We will discuss in the next session. And one more intimation I'm giving there for you guys. మీకు ఏమైనా వర్క్స్ ఉంటే కనుక మీరు ముందే షెడ్యూల్ చేసుకోండి. నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఐఎమ్ గుడ్ టేక్ ద ఎక్స్ట్రా సెషన్ దేర్ అండ్ డే టైమ్. ఆర్ గెటింగ్?
Yes,
నెక్స్ట్
sir.
వీక్ రేపు వచ్చే సండే కాబట్టి నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చే ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ద గైస్ హు ఆర్ దేర్ ఫ్రమ్ అదర్ కంట్రీస్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, I'm taking the session daytime. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. Just 2.5 hours on Saturday and 2.5 hours on Sunday. That's all. Okay, no means I'm imitating there. Me can work on this kada. Ee 1 week time only. You have 1 week time is there. Percy, are you hearing me or not?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
sir.
You have 1 week time is there. If you have any other works are there, okay, just you can keep those. Means you can arrange those things. You can what can say? If the works are there, you can shuffle those things there as per your timings. Morning times I'm going to take it here. Okay, max the morning times will be 10 a.m. to 12:30. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, done.
Chapandi. Anyone is sign? Right? So if you have any issues there, you can talk to me. అందుకే 1 week ముందే చెప్తాను నేను మీకు. సరేనా?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So tomorrow same timing, sir? No, tomorrow is no class.
రేపా? ఎందుకులే అబ్బా, వాళ్ళంతా తిట్టుకుంటారు.
Just I'm asking, sir. Before week.
ఉట్టప్పుడు క్లాస్ ఏమో సార్ ఎగ్గొడతాడు, December 31st నేను క్లాస్ తీసుకున్నాడు ఏమిది అనుకుంటారు మళ్ళీ. ఎందుకు కాదు?
లేదు సార్, మామూలుగా సాటర్డే సండే ఉంటుంది అన్నారు కదా, అందుకోసం జస్ట్ అడుగుతాను.
నెక్స్ట్ సాటర్డే సండే రేపు వచ్చేది కాకుండా నెక్స్ట్ ఆపై వచ్చే
అది మార్నింగ్ అన్నా సార్, ఈవినింగ్ టైం కూడా కంటిన్యూ చేద్దామన్నారు కదా, జస్ట్ అడుగుతున్నాను నేను.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
రైట్. సబ్జెక్ట్ మాత్రం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోండి.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే, టేక్ దిస్ నోట్స్ తీసుకొని వెళ్ళొద్దు మీరు, కొంత నోట్స్ తీసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు. టేక్ దట్ నోట్స్ అండ్ లాగౌట్. I'm leaving. Okay, I'm keeping this meeting. Take that notes clearly. Are you getting? Try with your own. If you are not getting error, if you are getting the errors there, and then look at the video. That's the thing. Okay, guys. Wish you happy new year in advance. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Same to you, sir.
Yes, because we are going to meet on. Yes, thank you. We are going to meet on Monday, na? That's why I'm saying that, right? Okay, guys. Bye bye. See you.
Okay, sir. Bye bye.